Hi there, it's Lori from Lollipop Paper and LollipopPaperandInk.com. I'm back today with another preview on this time I'm not doing a suite. The last few videos I made were on a suite from the catalog. But this stamp set just kind of stole my heart, and I just want to do a little showcasing of this one. It's called Beautiful Friendship. It is from the new annual catalog. And just so you know, it's on page 123, and it's called Beautiful Friendship. And it is just beautiful. There's just no other words for it. It's so versatile. I mean, they have the sentiments here for congratulations or birthdays or friendship. But you could just use it for anything, and I can see this image being used in the fall with nice crisp fall colors. So I just wanted to show you a little bit about it, and I did make a few cards with it, so let me show you that. This one I made, I made it a little special because it's a 5x5, so you know that if you do mail a 5x5, it will cost you more postage. You'll have to get it hand stamped. But this is going to be a wedding card, so I figured no biggie, make it a little special because I'll be hand delivering it to her anyway. So I just used the stamp, the large, beautiful floral image here stamp, and I did that in petal pink. And the inside, it comes with these little tiny seed inserts for both the large flower and the small flower. And I did that in Calypso Coral. This is our beautiful new petal pink organdy ribbon, and I stamped it in petal pink also. The DSP is Garden Lane, and that's filled with beautiful beautiful patterns in that DSP. So that was my first one that I did, and that was another reason why I made it a wider card, is because I wanted to get the full image on here. And I did a little masking when I after I did the flower, because I didn't want the leaves to be covering up the beautiful petals. So I masked the flower image by just stamping it on a post-it note, or if you have masking paper, that's fine. And then fussy cut around it, which is no biggie because it was very easy to cut around that. And then you just stamp your leaves right over it, and it looks like it's tucked underneath it. Perfect. Then I did this one, and I'm all about, you know, monochromatic cards. If you know me, I don't have very many colors on my cards. But I finished this one, and I was like, I'm not so sure. It just seemed to need something. It's fine. I wasn't going to, you know, take it apart and do it again, but I wanted to just jazz it up a little. I felt like it needed a little color. This is our new in color Seaside Spray, and this is the new in color DSP in the Seaside Spray. Also, these are the little new in color faceted dots. So it all blends beautifully, and I do love this little hydrangea image also on here. But it just was a little too low-key for me. So I just thought it just needed a little color. And I think I'm much happier with this one. Same idea. I used the layering squares. I used the 2019-2021 in color DSP. This is the beautiful Seaside Spray scalloped ribbon, which I love too, and that comes in all 5 of the new in colors. And I just popped up some Pacific, I forgot what the name of that was. Pacific Point. Let me see. Yeah, that's what it was. Pacific Point cardstock, and then I wanted the sentiment to pop, so I used that on there. And I just jazzed up the scalloped ribbon a little by tying a loose bow with the linen thread. And this is just from one of those little glitter dots that we have that are in the current catalog also. So I thought maybe we could do one together. So, this is the last one that I did, and I was hoping that we could do this together because I just love the way this one came out. Again, I used the Garden Lane DSP. I used the large floral image. The hydrangea image is pretty large also, but this is just a gorgeous flower, and it's in the distinctive stamps process, so it looks so lifelike, and I just loved it. So we'll just do this together, and I'll show you how easy and quick it was to put it together. So I have the cardstock and the papers cut already. I will have the dimensions of these down below for us for underneath the video. I did show you the stamp set. I think I did, right? Gorgeous, right? These little floral images that can go onto the envelope. This, I did do that with the wedding card. I put a little, I just stamped it in petal pink, added a few leaves just to give it a little extra love. So, all right, let's get started. I have these cut, and like I was saying, I interrupted myself, that I'll have the dimensions in the description of the video. So we just do our layering first. And I chose just a little bit of a different DSP out of the same pack, out of the Garden Lane pack. And I was going to use the Tombow, but I just grabbed this, so we'll just go with it. Okay, so this goes right on here. This is going to go right on my base. And these are just basic layers. This is the mint macaron on top of the DSP layer, which this Garden Lane has several greens that it coordinates with. It's Pear Pizzazz and the mint macaron. And so I think I'm also going to do, just change this up a little bit with the different colors. So what I did first was I cut this square. I believe it was 3.5 by 3.5. This would be 3 5/8 by 3 5/8. But we'll just do some stamping first, and then we'll get our layers going. So let's do the first one. I think I'm going to still do it in the Flirty Flamingo. And since this is a large stamp, I always go on top instead of trying to make it fit onto the stamp pad. Instead of doing it that way, I do it this way. And you can see where the color is being lifted in certain areas, and that's on purpose, and that's fantastic, the way these distinctive stamps are made. So I'm just going to do this little catty corner, this side, turn it around, and do it again over here. Turn one around, either the paper or the image. Okay, and we're done with that. I'm going to give that a little wipe on my scrap paper and then on my chamois. So now I'm not going to do that leaf. I'm going to do the insides, those little seedy things, and I'm going to do those in the Calypso coral again. And like I said, there's one big one and there's one little one. And it's pretty easy to figure out where it goes. Sometimes you don't know where the center goes, but that one is pretty easy. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do it over here again. Okay, then I'll take that off and have to wipe it so I don't get a mess, which I have a tendency of doing. And this one, I'm just going to go for the little one here. See that little stamp? Got stuck. Okay, and this is just going to go on the inside here. And there's no wrong way of doing this, but I'm just going to lift that one right on top. And I use a scrap paper on top of the piercing mat, or the stamping mat, whatever you want to call it, so that when I was going over, then I didn't have to, worry about the getting my pad dirty. So now I'm going to just put in a few of the those leaf centers. Now in this one I used the the Sea Soft, what is that called? I forget. Soft sea foam, not sea soft foam. But this time, because the DSP is a little different and I want to pick up some of the Pear Pizzazz, I'm going to use that for this area. And I'm just going to put it here, here, and then the sentiment tag is going to cover a lot of this, so it doesn't have to be perfect. You just want it sort of coming out from the same side. Okay, we're done with that. Whoops. All right, so that's as far as that stamping goes. Now let's do our sentiment. I'm just going to put this aside for just a sec, and I'm going to do this. I think I'll do the sentiment, this one in the Pear Pizzazz also. I'll use the same sentiment. I love our beautiful, beautiful friendship. And now I'm going to crop this out with the Timeless Label Punch, which I love. I use this a lot. And what I'm going to do is have the sentiment go more towards the right side of the punch, because I want to leave, you know, I want to be able to show off that bow and my little hole punch that I made there. So just try to get it over there a little bit. All right, now I just took a regular hole punch and put that in there to the right in the middle there. Okay, now, all right, so let's get this layer together. I'm going to put this away before I put my fingers in it. And I think we're done with our stamping. Okay. And I do think that this stamp set is just so beautiful that I'm pretty sure I'm going to be using it for my August club cards. So you can find more out about that on my blog, or just, this is where I should have used the Tombow. Gives me a little extra wiggle room, but that's fine. All right. So now before I put this on, so I was saying you could go to my blog or just make sure you're on my mailing list so that I can send you the emails when they go out about those things. So here, I like to conserve my ribbon a little bit, so I don't want it to run all the way through the back. So what I'm just going to do, and I do this a lot, is just to tape it. Good old Scotch tape is the answer here. And I'll put that there, but let me just make sure that it is straight. I could go up a little bit here, because we want it to be in the middle. And this is new. Actually, I just got this beautiful trim. It's very vanilla, scalloped lace trim, and it's so pretty. All right, so now we can put this on right into the center. It has a little bit of a different feel to it than the first one that I did, but that's what we want to do. We want to make it a little different, make it pop a little bit with each one that we do. And I think I'll go this way. So this is going right here in the middle, sort of in the middle. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I might take my lace, and I'm just going to run a piece. First I'm going to put it through my little hole that I punched here. Okay. And then I'm going to put it underneath here. Just so we have, it looks like a little bit of a gift tag. And then, I'm just going to make a quick bow. And sometimes I would put a piece of glue down there to hold that baby down. I think I went in the wrong way. Let me try that again. Let me go this way. That might help. Okay. All right. See, it's laying a little bit nicer now. It's behaving for me. All right, so I'm just gonna make a little bow. I try to make it while it's still on the spool so that I'm not wasting a whole lot of ribbon, because I do like to conserve it so I can have it when I need it. And just add a little snip. And look how pretty. That is pretty good. And you can always, you know, futz around with your bow until it's perfect. So what I would do here, when I felt like it was good enough, which I think this is good enough, I would take a little, I would take a glue dot and add it to, I can't find my pickup tool. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I'm just going to add this glue dot to the back here of the ribbon, to the knot part, just so that it keeps that a little straighter and firm. So that's down there, so we know that. I can always play with that later too. And then what I did was I took one dimensional and I just put that on the edge here on the bottom side. Whoops. And it's hard to do that upside down. Okay, so then I thought, let me just add a little bit more pizzazz. So I went for a, here's my tool, and I added, this is one of the mint macaron, which is what the cardstock is, so I felt like, all right, that'll work. Now normally I use the spatula like every single day, all day, but in this case, I'll show you, I couldn't get it to fit inside that little hole, so I found that it worked better if I could just place it in there with this. And it fit, it fit perfectly. But you don't want it to flatten down. You want the tag to sit on top of it. So make sure it's under. You see that? It's under the little hole punch. Okay? All right, so that was cool, just the way it was, but I thought, let's just take it one step further, and I will put a little pearl in the inside just to bring the attention to that centerpiece, since I went through the trouble of putting that sequin in there. Okay, oh, perfect. And that is right there in the middle. Now again, I want to make sure that this tag is popped up, that it's not being flattened out with that. So I could even put another, maybe I'll do that. I'll put another dimensional underneath here just to make sure it pops up. So look how pretty that is. And it looks a little different, but I like it. I like each one. The backgrounds, just the colors made this, using the Pear Pizzazz made the DSP pop out even more. So that's it. Thank you for letting me do that one with you. That was fun. I just love this set. I hope that you can get inspired and maybe try some of these yourself. And stay tuned, because they will be, this set is, I just love it, so it will be part of my August class. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you did enjoy the video, please subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss my next one. I appreciate you stopping by today. Hope you have a great day. Take care.